Welcome back. Looking out the Corning sky cam, it's been a bit of a hazy day out there. Temperatures have started to fall back down into the 60s and 50s here across the area. The air quality alert is in effect for upstate New York here through midnight, but given how some of the levels of AQI are still considered unhealthy or unhealthy for certain groups, it is fairly confident we could see this extended into tomorrow. We're finally looking at some relief from this here in the next few days. Temperatures, though, have gone down into the 50s and 60s across the area. 57 Canisteo, 61 to the west in Wellsville, 56 in Elmira, 59 to its northeast in Erin, 59 also in Penn Yan and Ithaca. We're looking at 63 tonight in Towanda. Overall, we are seeing more cloud cover roll into the area, so you're seeing plenty more of these thick stratus clouds continuing to move in. Rain still off to the west in Indiana and parts of the Ohio Valley here this evening, and even the southern tier, Finger Lakes, starting to see some more clouds roll in, perhaps maybe a little bit of a gap behind them, but for the most part is remaining on the mostly cloudy side here this evening. Expected to be more or less similar conditions headed into tomorrow morning. Now, we are still going to be seeing a little bit more of this smoke, but take a look here. There's another plume that we're sort of dealing with right now, but the thickness of the smoke coming in starting to thin out here over these next couple of days. By the time we get to tomorrow evening, still going to be fairly thin, but then eventually we start to see that gap there, and that's where we're going to see a nice little bit of relief there, and it's going to last for pretty much all of Monday. So if you're wondering when are we going to stop really having to deal with so much of this haze, well, by Monday, certainly going to help that we're not going to be seeing that come into the area. As for right now, averaging out the AQI across the area, it's about a 104, so just on the cusp of that unhealthy for sensitive groups area, but it's very close to being dropped back down to moderate. Temperatures tomorrow, they're heading back up into the 70s, so another day we're going to get close to that average. We might not get quite there, but some of us certainly going to exceed it. We usually sit around 76 degrees for this time of year, but rain could certainly put a damper on those temperatures. In terms of when we're expecting them, overall, we go into the afternoon. Here's where they start to really drift in, mainly coming in from the west, and eventually you see more of those start to push in over the next couple of hours. And then Monday, more of the same, likely to see a couple more of those showers and even some thunderstorms start to develop there, especially out west, and then eventually start to make their way in. But overall, we could see even more of these here going into Tuesday morning, I should say. So several more showers likely and even more thunderstorms behind them too. Overall, we're expecting maybe at first on Sunday and Monday, not the highest amounts of rainfall. When we get into Tuesday, stretch it out over that 3-day period, you're going to see potentially up to 1 inch of rainfall in some areas, but it's not all at once, but certainly should expect a decent amount of rainfall and a couple of downpours over these next couple of days. Forecasted high of 78, bumped it up 1 more degree, the actual high of 77, still fitting that 5-degree window, getting another $5 donation here for the month of June. And tomorrow we're heading back up in the upper 70s, a couple rumbles of thunder along with those rain showers, and the winds will still be out of the north. 7-day forecast showing more thunderstorms likely on the way Monday and Tuesday. A couple of downpours mixed in there as well. Bit of a break from the rain on Wednesday as temperatures continue to climb into the 80s Thursday and Friday. The rain threat likely continuing into the weekend as temperatures sink back down into the mid-70s.